Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July, moving into early August 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing great, my friends. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do you got for us Rams here? In late July, early August, it's Leo season, another beautiful fire sign. But let's see what's up. What energies, messages, insights can we pull for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries. Late July into early August. What's happening? Get this first card out here nice and quick. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Whoa, I haven't seen this guy in quite a while. Very intellectual, sharp, very mentally based type of energy here, but I always think that it's like extremely intellectual. I love it. Okay, so whether it's like information you're taking in or just seeing something clearly, okay, like there's no illusion when this card shows up. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about this card. So it's a funny little piece of imagery. We see this monkey, it's dressed up like Shakespeare. It's holding a skull, contemplating its life in front of a little typewriter. There's all sorts of mathematics or binary code behind it. So there's a lot going on here. And to me, it's all about the intellect in one way or another. Now, when we get a lot of mental energy, it could really manifest in a lot of different ways. For some Aries, maybe there's just a lot on your mind. Okay, maybe for some of you, you're searching for some sort of clarity or information when this card shows up as well. But I always say it reminds me of the Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, whether it's a very straightforward intellectual way of like putting your point across for some of you. And Aries is known as being one of those blunt signs. So just know with this card, you might be extra blunt in the way you speak and communicate with other people. Obviously, it doesn't have to be in a harsh way. But again, to me, this is extremely intellectual. So feed your mind a little bit, or there could be something you're just seeing the truth of. So that's nice. I always like this one. It's not necessarily rough unless you're overthinking something and you're frazzled. But let's just leave it at that. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for my beautiful Aries friends. What do you got for the collective, my guides? And while we get this all shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading a little bit. It was titled A Serious Situation. Now, normally when energies like that come through, they can bleed over for a couple weeks. So whether it's a situation that you deem as like, all right, this is important, this is serious, I need to pay attention to it, or spirit telling you like, hey, Aries, don't laugh this off. You should take something a little more serious. So we'll see what energy shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you. So we could be seeing your vibe, we could be seeing someone else's. So let's get it going. Yeah, the deck is acting a little funky. It's jumping. It wants to see what we have. Let's get these 3 cards out. What do we have for Aries, please? Late July into early August. Very quick. So the deck is quite jumpy, and we have a lot of people here already. Position number 1, we have the beautiful, confident Queen of Wands. Okay, that could be us, right? That could be an Aries right there. Doesn't always have to be. It's more about how you view yourself. Talk about intellect. We do have the page, pardon me, of Wands. So we do have that fire-air combination already starting to show its face. Let's get one more out here, and we'll really piece it together. What do we got for Aries? So cute. Okay, we have the moon. So we have a little dash of mystery here, right? And mystery could also be one of the spices of life. So I'm not always nervous when we have a card that has that in the mix. Now that could also tie into the oracle with the clarity, seeing things clearly, cutting through illusion. That could be big. But let's go through and I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, we have an intriguing mixture here. Now elementally, we have a nice little mixture. We have some fire, we have some air, we have some water. Now these 2 in the front end could be quite combustible, could be explosive, but this water on the back end really could mellow things out. And I always think elements are very important with any reading. But again, two people, multiple people in the main part of the spread. So when I see that, there's a magnetic energy that could be around you in this time. We also have the mystery. So it's going to be intriguing to see how this all plays out. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it. Position number one, the Queen of Wands. Now, I was already commenting on her a little bit. Beautiful energy, and I always say, yeah, this could be a fire sign. So in my simplistic style, it could represent one of us, one of the Aries collective. So the clarifier could tell us something we might be feeling, something that could be coming towards us. But if this isn't you or another person that we're seeing here, and remember, it's not gender specific, the Queen of Wands, as with all queens, represents the internal aspects of their suit. And fire energy could be very action oriented, like, hey, let's go, let's do this, let's get something moving. There's a lot of fire and burn within it. So just know some of you might be extra action oriented, something you're wanting to do or a result you're wanting to get. It's not like sitting idly by. A big thing with this Queen of Wands also could be a little unpredictable, as with all fire energy, and we get that with the mystery on the back end. But I always say she's a card of confidence. She's a card of aesthetics and beauty. So when we see this, maybe there's something you're changing about your look or your aesthetics or working on in that realm. A big message here could be how you're treating yourself or how you view yourself. Are you being kind to yourself? And Aries is known as a very confident sign, but we're all human. Sometimes we are prone to take little dings to our self-confidence. We're not fully going to go there just yet. But position number two, intriguing, we have the Page of Swords. Now, all pages in tarot represent communication. They could also be students, so whether it's learning new things, a lot of you could be taking a look. And with this very early energy about the mind, the intellect, feeding your brain, any of you that are learning new skills or new hobbies, whatever it might be, highly favored when we have these energies starting to really show themselves. Now, the Page of Swords, if it's not an air sign, so a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, to me, out of all the pages, it could be a little bit defensive. It could be someone that has their guard up. Yes, there's a communication here. There could be a big talk happening with this Page of Swords, but it's watching, right? And notice when we have it here in the center, it's looking at that Queen of Wands. So you might be under the microscope in one form or another. Okay, so whether it's someone watching your moves, maybe there's something that has your attention even, right? Like I always say, this could be someone watching something. So we'll get more detail about that, especially with this moon card on the back end. It's like this page is kind of just chilling back and waiting to see how something goes, which I find intriguing because we have this action in the front and then we have the non-action in the center. But on the back end, we have the moon card. I was speaking about this a little bit already. This is Pisces energy. I also say this could be Cancer as well, so you might be connected to one of those signs. It's a subtle energy, right? So it's not as in your face as the Queen of Wands is. This is very subtle. This could speak about your intuition. So your gut might be trying to tell you something like, should I do this? Should I not? Your intuition could guide you in big ways. This is a card of dreams. It's a card of spirituality. I love the moon card, but it is the biggest card of mystery. So the unexpected, the surprising. This could be very important when we clarify it, especially with all these energies and this page looking on. We're going to want to look at it deeper for sure. And again, I'm not getting any huge red flags at the moment. It's just like there's a lot of people and there's this mysterious energy on the back end. So there might be some surprises in store for this upcoming week. I want to dive deeper on all of it, though. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aries friends. My God, so what do we got? What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Wands here. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could drop it right in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Queen of Wands time. Why is she in the mix? Very quick. Whoa. My friends, this might bode very, very well for a lot of us in this time. We have the Six of Wands in the upright underneath this Queen of Wands. There could be something that's going to happen that has you feeling like you're on cloud nine. I don't know why that exact phrase is coming through, but it's like, I'm on cloud nine. I can't believe this went so good. So when the Six of Wands shows up, that's a card of victory. It's a card of public notoriety, coming out on top. So again, one of our cards here is, for some of you, there could be a big boost in your confidence. Okay, so whether it's a situation coming to a head or you get a win or victory of some sort, it's really going to boost your confidence and allow you to move further in a much more confident way, regardless of what you've been going through. Now let's talk about the Six of Wands a little more. Leo energy, we're currently in Leo season. Aside from victory, it's a card again of notoriety, kudos, getting recognition for the things that you've done. So I also find it very intriguing that we have this win victory huge right here in the front. This page is looking on. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like if things do start going real good for you, there could be a couple people like keeping tabs and watching. That could be very possible. And we'll get more detail when we get to this Page of Swords. But again, I'm loving this Queen of Wands. Again, Cloud 9 energy, massive win victory type of energy, and I'm loving it. Just want to see how it turns out because we have quite a bit more to go within the reading itself, but loving it. We're starting great. So let's keep moving forward. I would claim this energy, right? And even if you are cross-watching foreign Aries, that's a whole different story. When we see this, now could be a good time to talk or conversate with them because if they're feeling like they're on Cloud 9, now's a good time for problem solving, if that makes sense. But let's go in on that Page of Swords. Very good, especially like with the mental clarity we were picking up in the very beginning. I'm liking it so far. I don't want to get too optimistic just yet. So why is this Page of Swords here? Thank you. Okay, so we do have the Empress in reverse underneath this Page of Swords. Okay, now I'm just going to give you the intuitive message I was picking up here. This could be someone that might feel like they've lost out on something. They could possibly be regretting as well, where it's like we have this action on the front end, the inaction in the center. It's like, damn, I missed out on that one, or I missed out on something. So again, I'm not saying that's necessarily you. The Empress, even in reverse, she's not a bad energy. She is good. This could be a grounded energy starting to move forward. So for a big portion of you, yeah, this could be a talk of some sort. I've been seeing that in recent weeks, the importance of communication. There could be someone coming in to approach you. So just keep that in mind. Like, they look like they're doing good. Maybe I should test the waters. So don't be surprised if someone tests the waters with you or approaches. But again, there's eyes on, right? So like for a lot of the Aries, there could be either one or even various people that have you under the microscope here. Now, the Empress in the upright is the goddess energy, right? Libra energy, Taurus energy, usually very grounded about abundance and blessings, and it's very firm. When it's in reverse, it's a little bit of upheaval, all right? Or someone feeling like they're stuck in one way or another. So again, when it comes to the intuitive message I'm picking up here, there could be someone around you that feels like they've lost out on something or they're having some sort of regrets. But again, this could also be someone approaching, okay, wanting to talk because there is watching happening, right? I've been seeing that since the very beginning. Let's keep moving over to the Moon card, see if we get a little more detail. But so far, so good, I would say. Let's see why the Moon's here, then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So what is happening? Why is that mystery here? Why is the Moon in the mix? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is like win after win. This is win after win, my friends. So I think regardless of what you've been going through, my Aries friends, and you know everything in life comes in ebbs and flows. Sometimes things are going really great. Sometimes they're not so great. Sometimes things are in the middle. I feel for a large chunk, a large portion of Aries, there is like a beautiful season coming up for a lot of you, okay? Like especially with the energy on the front end. And we have this in the center. It is what it is. We can't control that. But the Wheel of Fortune is my good luck charm. It's one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. Now, yes, for a portion of you, this could be an unexpected or surprising change in a situation. So keep that in mind because the Wheel of Fortune does move rather quickly and it's things that shift. So yeah, again, that's a little partial message that there could be a situation that changes or shifts very unexpectedly or surprising. But I feel the main overarching theme, not only do we have this massive victorious energy here in the front, it's like, oh, we're not done yet. Like it's again, so it's like win after win. It's like stacking them up. So I feel like this reading this week, Aries, for all of us, I mean, I'm going to claim it for myself. You should probably do it too. And again, if you are dealing with an Aries, now could be a good time for any problem solving if that's something you're wanting to do. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick recap here. Probably one of the better readings I've seen for our collective in quite a while. But if you kindly look in the box before the shadow card, position number 1, we have the Queen of Wands with the Six of Wands in the upright, that notoriety, the recognition, the kudos, but it's also victory, it's winning, and it's just really powerful energy that I've been, ever since that card popped out, it's like it was shooting through my body like electric. So for a lot of Aries, something could go down where you feel like you're on cloud 9, where it's like, oh, well, okay, that went way better than I thought it would. So there should be a confidence or a pep in your step in this time, because not only do we have this, we have another one coming. But in the center, we have the Page of Swords with the Empress in reverse. I did say this might be someone that has a little bit of regret, or they're feeling like they've missed out on something, like maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have acted sooner. It's like giving me one of those vibes. But if that's not the case, there are eyes on in one form or another. Someone could be watching moves, okay, which is to be expected, right? Again, conversational energy too, so someone might approach. Moving to the back end, we have the Moon card with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So win after win, we have multiple here, so it's a double down of that claimable energy. And for a good chunk of you, there could be a situation, specifically if you have been in one that's been a little rough, where it's like something goes good and then another one comes in quick. It's multiple wins. But we do have this surprising or unexpected change coming in too. But I feel for a lot of you, it's good. So please take a screenshot of that. Do further research if you want really nice cards. Let's see what's in the shadows this week, my friends. So let's shuffle it up one time. Let's see what we have in the shadows for the Aries collective. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, shadow card time. What do we have here? Quick, very, very quick. And again, as I say, very, very quick, a very, very quick card pops up within the shadows. Okay, so it kind of feeds in with some of the energy, specifically with what I was seeing here on the back end. Now, the Knight of Swords is air sign energy for a portion of you. If you have any dealings with an air sign, their energy could still be in the mix, in the shadows, or there's just something that's not quite resolved. But if that's not the case, this is a big card of action. It's a big card of things progressing and things moving forward. So I feel like this precisely ties in with this energy that we have on the back end. For some of you, this could be a little shot in the arm from Spirit saying like, hey, don't let up now. Now's the time for action. Don't stop. Don't slow down. So this could be really good. But again, as a shadow card, the Knight of Swords, it's coming in hot. So whether this is an energy you're attracting or an action you're about to make, it's like it's building up, building up, building up. The one thing I will say about the Knight of Swords is that it can be combative. Right, that's a big vibe when this card shows up. So in this time, watch for little spikes in the temper. Right, everyone knows Aries can be a little temperamental sometimes. So just watch that certain things might not spike your energy, okay, or spike your temper. But aside from that, I'm loving what I'm seeing here, Aries. Great reading so far this week. And yeah, that's what I have for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The link is down below. But for the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of another one of my favorite decks, the Wizard's Tarot. Absolutely beautiful and works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, since I have the travel bug lately, let me know down in the comments what is the most beautiful place you visited in person. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.